So the guys at Philips EVNIA sent me down this little gaming monitor to review. 32 inches, 4K resolution, 144 hertz. You're going to need a big boy computer to be able to push all that resolution and frame rate. Let's see if this thing is actually on job. Right, now starting off with the box, obviously we got a couple of specs on the outside. Mini LED, 4K display, HDR 1000, 144 Hz refresh rate, 1 millisecond response times, the usual stuff that you expect from a high-end gaming monitor. And we got all the stuff spread out on my messy bed here. Obviously we got the monitor itself, we got DisplayPort cable, HDMI cable, little power cable, got some paperwork that bad man don't read. We got the feet for the monitor, and we've got the arm for the monitor base. Now, just a quick look at the back. Looks like it does have some Vaser screws in there as well, so you can mount this if you want to. But what I really like about these Philips EVNIA monitors is that you can mount them and set them up without needing any screws. So obviously, this just slides into here, clips into place, and obviously, as you can see already, oh, God, that's a big boy. Yeah, it's a big boy, But yeah, nice and sturdy. Then just literally take the monitor stands now, put it onto the bottom, and we use this little screw here to just screw it in place, fam. Just like that. Literally one-handed setup, takes about 2 minutes maximum, and your monitor's all good to go. Now, whilst we have the monitor face down, airs up, I thought we'd just look at the ports in the back real quick. Looks like we got HDMI 2.1, we got DisplayPort there as well, we got USB up, and we got 3 USB-A ports with a little 3.5mm headphone jack port. And on the other side here, we got the power plug port. The buttons, where are the buttons? We got one little multi-function button here, which I'm assuming is for the in-monitor menu. And one thing that you can't see right now because the monitor is powered off is the kind of ambi-glow RGB lighting around the back, which I'm going to show you a little bit later on. And let me just stand back a bit and turn the lights off so that you guys can see what's going on, fam. So yeah, that's what it's going to look like when it's doing it against the back of the wall kind of thing. The fact that this is just built into the monitor, crazy, fam. Crazy. Right, now that we've got the monitor all set up, let's look at the maneuverability. So obviously you got the standard, you know, go down, go up kind of thing. That was a bit tough to do, but yeah, it feels a bit smoother now. Maybe that's because I did it for the first time. You got the left to right as well. So you can, you know, make it face that way, make it face this way kind of thing. Yep, that's all good. And you got the tilt up. Yep. Love to see it. And you got the tilt down there as well, you know, tilt it kind of downwards. But you don't have rotation. Now on to the viewing angles. Let's have a look. Okay. Yep. We're all good to go. Wow, these monitors are actually getting really good these days. I mean, there's literally no discoloration, no dimming, no issues with the picture, no matter what angle you look at the screen, fam. You can look at it from this angle, you can look at it from completely on the side, you can look at it from up above. The picture stays as vivid as it is when you're sitting right in front of it, fam. So yeah, thumbs up for the viewing angles on this one. Also looks like no built-in speakers, unfortunately, so all the sound is being routed to that 3.5mm on the back. Now, you know, first of all, we got to check the resolution and display settings. I can see 3840 by 2160, so you don't know we got the 4K on deck. And if we go into further advanced display settings, you can see we got 144 Hz, and below that we got 120 Hz, 100 Hz, 85 Hz, 75 Hz, 60 and 30 Hz, fam. And you can see all that information there. We do have HDR. I believe I did see that. Yeah, you can turn HDR on. So HDR is, you know, basically chilling. Like I said before in some of my other monitor videos, though, I don't really believe in HDR kind of thing. I feel the SDR colors always tend to look better on these monitors for some weird reason. So I tend to leave HDR off. But, you know, if you want to put HDR on, have a little fiddle around with the settings to get that proper, you know, high definition, whatever it's called kind of thing. Yeah, get that high dynamic range in it. All right, now on to the bit that we've been waiting for, the actual gaming performance. Mini LED settings, 4K resolution, 144 Hz refresh rate, 0.2 setting response time. We're trying out a little driving game here, a little bit of grid auto sport, just to see what the response time's saying, so that I know if I'm pressing a button on the controller, am I seeing the corresponding action happen instantly on the screen? And the answer is yes. Once you're below 0.5 milliseconds response time, you're pretty much good to go. And just the visual fidelity, we're on some other indie game. I actually can't remember what it's called at the moment, but the colors are definitely coloring. The highlights are bright, the shadows are dark. The mini LED thing obviously is nothing on a proper quantum dot OLED screen, but for an IPS panel, I still think it's doing good. I think it's doing a lot better than normal IPS panels would, especially with the saturation, the contrast, and the brightness. And obviously, you don't have the risk of having any screen burning if you're using like normal applications where something's on the screen for a long period of time. I'm pretty much happy with this little mini LED thing. A lot of people are against it because, you know, everyone loves OLED. But yeah, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's definitely a nice panel, and it more than does the job that I needed to do, especially for playing games. And just a little bit of Counter-Strike 2 to finish off them high refresh rates right there, 144 hertz at 4K. Ridiculous, fam. I mean, you're going to need a bigger boy computer to be able to reach that kind of resolution and frame rate in the first place. And if you are capable of doing that, then you're in for a visual treat. Now, don't forget, you obviously have the in-screen monitor menu, which lets you play around with different types of screen modes. So you've got like gaming mode, racing mode, FPS mode, stuff like that. Basically lets you play around with the picture-in-picture modes or resolution, frame rate, HDR, stuff like that. All that kind of stuff is obviously bundled in, and you can play around with it as much as you want. Anyway, just to conclude, guys, I'd say it's a really good panel, fam. Obviously, you got the high refresh rate, you got the 4K resolution, you got the mini LED technology to make sure you have a little bit more contrast than you would on your regular IPS panels. My only issue is not really an issue, it's just the fact that I've obviously seen quantum dot OLED screens, and I know that the brights on them, the darks and the shadows on them is second to none, fam. Like, it's obviously on point. Like I said, the mini LED here tries to do its thing, but against the OLED, yeah, you're just not fighting them kind of inky blocks and them contrasts there. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like and follow, and hopefully, man, I'll catch you in the next one.